This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first and 10, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really had zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return, then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
From the 16, Mahomes caught Kelsey left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown game, right?
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down. Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I thought I did,
Cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now left side of the swing pass. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good
Yeah, I know what you meant.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you
I
down.
don't know why you had to mention it to me. I mean,
you always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players, Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Second down, here's Chubb again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive, and the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, "Don't do that again." What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense. He finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. But once you get the fingers going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Mahomes to throw once more. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
after the field goal. Here's Butker to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Swings this out for Hunt. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And finding the tight end Hooper. 7 yards to pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Working with a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. No problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here, as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On first down, Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 91 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? First down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5. Now Mayfield, able to shake him off. They'll go screen here to Hunt. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan.
Is you up there making all that noise, Chloe?
Halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And
Is that Chloe making all that noise, or is that Candace?
Version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And they've got to figure out how to stop some of the highlights that we're seeing on the screen here.
And what it feels like, he's trying to say it doesn't matter what you put out here. I am having a big-time performance. I'm playing at a big-time level. Just keep throwing me the football.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And they've got to be thrilled with the situation they've inherited here. Thank you, defense.
Thank you, indeed. They set them up the short field ahead of them, and now they've got a good chance to strike quickly and take the lead.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Thanks to Frank Clark. That play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins, 36 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Coughlin for the extra point. 14-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that would up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. On play action, they'll throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Not much there, only a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Mayfield down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Stiff-armed him. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Mayfield on first down. This pass complete to Higgins. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. Here's Higgins out of the right side. The ball comes out, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Line of scrimmage to the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Mayfield throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one out to the 44-yard line. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Well, that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to it.
And he's had the hot hand. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
5 yards remain on second down. Back to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The Browns drive about to get started. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Following the interception, Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb, and he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs, trailing 17-10, a little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. Pass complete to Edwards-Helaire. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Nothing open downfield, they went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back, see if you can make someone miss in the open field.
And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here. Mahomes. Now he'll escape to his right, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get up here and get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes to throw it. He finds Rodgers, and he's going to get this inside the 30.
And remember, field goal does him no good in this situation.
Yeah, I think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. Do you see some fans holding up 2 fingers? Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the touchdown capped off by the PAT. That means that we are likely heading to overtime. (17-17) the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The The Browns drive about to get started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that
One
up?
of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL